Yeah, so now we are live, we can discuss. Yeah, Naveen, you are on mute.
So let's first start with the same thing, which is like Samatha and Vipassana that he spoke about yesterday.
What do you want to discuss?
I mean, same thing that you told yesterday, no?
What did I tell yesterday?
First, how to get into Samatha, then
Samatha,
Vipassana.
Vipassana. Okay. So now, Samatha. What I was saying is Sama is equal. Okay, and the definition, if we go by the Anapanasatikatha, it explains how samatha will work. So if I were to open that section, so it says samanti ārammaṇassa upaṭṭhānaṁ samam cittassa avikkhepo samam cittassa adhiṭṭhānaṁ samam cittassa vodānaṁ samam Attho anavajjaṭṭho niklesaṭṭho vodānaṭṭho paramaṭṭho. So first thing we need to make is that whatever the object we are bringing. So now what is the object? Object here is the breath. So what I was saying is, if we take satipatthana, then if we were to go deeper into it, so you have few sections on breath. Then passam bhayam kaya sankharan. So then the kaya sankhara will have it will pacify, meaning it will go very low. The in breath, out breath, you will find a very deep relaxation. So if we go by that definition, what it means is that the object, that is the breath, one will not have any kind of avikkhepo. Avikkhepo is distraction, or whatever you have thought about. I will sit for half an hour, I'll sit for 1 hour. So you will be able to sit for that 1 hour. First thing. Second, we need to look at ajjatta and bahidda. First, ajjatta. What is inside? So now we have to bring in dhatu, because there is another sutta, a very interesting sutta, where Buddha says that what is satipatthana. Yeah, another small sutta. It is in Khuddaka Nikaya. So there he says it is kaya, citta, then vedana and dhamma. 4 things. He says ahara samudaya, kaya samudaya, ahara nirodha, kaya nirodha, phassa samudaya, vedana samudaya, phassa nirodha, vedana nirodha. Then namarupa samudaya, chitta samudaya, namarupa nirodha, chitta nirodha. And the 4th one, very interesting, manasikara samudaya, dhamma samudaya, manasikara nirodha, dhamma nirodha. Now we can use nirodha, we can use attangama. Okay, now what he says, when you practice kaya, observe how the body is coming. Ajjatta Bahidda. Then you will let go of Ajjatta and Bahidda both. So you are removing it. So first you look at Ajjatta. Ajjatta va kaye kayanupassi viharati. Then Bahidda va kaye kayanupassi viharati. Ajjatta Bahidda va kaye kayanupassi viharati. Okay, so what is he doing? Is that first you look at Ajjatta, then you look at Bahidda, then you leave both of them. Meaning there's nothing called Ajjatta and Bahidda. Now it becomes like a thing without boundary. So the citta, the mind, which was having avikkhepo, that distraction, no longer can get distracted because there is no person there. Through the citta, you have moved the klesha, sankilesa. Klesa is impurities. Sankilesha is having raga, dvesha, moha. So in that impurity, you have removed it. Now you are ready for vipassana. Okay, that is what I was talking about yesterday. Then you come to vipassana. Now what is vipassana? He says vipassana using the breath of anicca, dukkha, anatta. Okay, so if we go through those sections, anicchito anupassaṭṭhena vipassana, dukkhato anupassaṭṭhena vipassana, anatto anupassaṭṭhena vipassana. So dhigam assam, dhigam passam, vimochayam chittam assam, vimochayam chittam passam. So these 12 is what I call it as vipassana. Now what it really means. Now my mind is clean, or citta is not going here, there. So Attho has happened. That is, Attho here is anavajjaṭṭho, niklesaṭṭho, vodānaṭṭho and paramaṭṭho. Now when you come to the parama, you will get to see citta, cetasika, rupa, citta, cetasika distinctly. Then you can look at anicca. What is anicca nature of breath? If there are 1,000 breaths, each breath is going away, so you know it is going away. So it's arising and cessation can be seen. Dukkhato. You don't know where the eye, where the ear, where the nose, where the tongue, where the body and where the mind will get established, because it is going away. So now we know the link, the first link for contemplation, which is how does the decay and death come to be. And nobody wants to get decayed. Why? Because there is fear of death. So the dukkha is bhayatena dukkha. So there is an inherent fear in the eyes, in the ear, in the nose, in the tongue, in the body and in the mind of dissolution. So that you will see. And then you will get the anatta knowledge. That is, no matter what anybody do, the link is going to be there. So now what I was talking to both of you yesterday is just like what Buddha did, that or Vipassi did. He asked the same question. Buddha asked in a different way, whereas Vipassi asked in a different way. In the case of Buddha, he asked Channa. will I get sick? That's one thing we need to contemplate. Anupassana. Then you can see anicca in that. You can see dukkha in that. You can see anatta in that. So there's no atta. Atta means that experiencing personality is not there. Okay. Or we can say essence. Some essence. I have some essence. I'm essentially there. So the like in the, if we take Dhammacakka Pavattana Sutta, he says, he's defined what is tanha. He says tanha puno bhavika nandiraga sahagata tatra vidatra abhinandini seyati idam kamatanaha bhavatanaha vibhavatanaha. So now we need to see what tanaha we have. So if we are having jara, old age, if we are having vyadhi, we are having marana, what does the mind do now? What does the citta, avikkhepo, distraction, how that come to be? It's like a light, and then if you start blowing it, it starts to shake. So the mind starts to shake. The citta starts to shake. When a set of citta you bring, you in the sense the mind itself brings now two cittas. One citta which is having yoniso manasikara, another set of citta having ayoniso manasikara. So now you're trying to clean the field of ayoniso manasikara through thoughtful reflection. Now by doing that, I see decay is going to be there. So from my childhood till now, it's only growth and decay. Whatever I'm calling as growth is nothing but decay, but I think it is growth. So in the breath, I can see the same decay. In breath has a different kind of attribute. Out breath has a different kind of attribute. In the out breath, if you see, there is heaviness. In the in breath, there is lightness. Scientifically speaking also, in the in breath, you're taking oxygen, but in the out breath, you are leaving carbon dioxide. That means it is getting utilized. It's getting damaged or destroyed, basically. So it is removing the essence. It's not giving the essence. That becomes my Vipassanā through Anupassana. So Samatha, Vipassana, Anupassana can be done, and you can do it for hours together. No need to close your eyes and sit in one place like in Goenka meditation or watching the body from head to toe and all that. This is sufficient using the breath. Any questions?
So, could you please elucidate that the Samatha part extensively, so that whenever anybody contemplates on it, he gets into Samatha instantly?
Okay, so we'll take the first few lines of the Kayanupassana and then we'll put Samatha there. So starts with so satova asasati satova passasati dhigam va asasanto dhigam asasamiti pajanati dhigam va passasanto dhigam passasamiti pajanati rasam va asasanto rasam asasamiti pajanati rasam va passasanto rasam passasamiti pajanati Sabbakaya pati samvedi asasif samiti sikkati sabbakaya pati samvedi passasis samiti sikkati passam bhayankaya sankharan asasis samiti sikkati passam bhayankaya sankharam passasis samiti sikkati. This is what portion of Samatha. Okay, this whole section is Samatha. The remaining will become Vipassana. There, what is from Vipassana or Vipassana point of view, he says an example. Say yathapi bhikkhave dakho bhamakaro va bhamakarante vasi va dhīgam va anchanto dhīgam anchāmīti pajanāti rasam va anchanto rasam anchāmīti pajanāti eva vemakho bhikkhave bhikkhu dhīgam va asasanto dhīgam asasamīti pajanāti dhīgam va passasanto dhīgam passasamīti pajanāti rasam va asasanto rasam asasamīti pajanāti rasam va passasanto rasam passasamīti pajanāti sabbakaya patisamvedi asasisamiti sikkati sabbakaya patisamvedi pasasisamiti sikkati passambhayankaya sankharam asasisamiti sikkati passambhayankaya sankharam passasamiti sikkati. So till here, this whole section, if we put this sama, what is sama? Is equal. So equality in terms of ārammaṇassa upaṭṭhānaṁ samam. Ārammaṇā is the beginning. So what's the beginning? In breath. Okay. Then what I am trying to do? Upaṭṭha. That is, upaṭṭha is as it comes to be. So I should be able to watch the breath like a third party, as though I am observing the breath. Shouldn't be one with the breath, should be observing the breath. The citta is observing the body going up, coming down, going up, coming down, and not recollecting that my body is going up or my breath is going up and my breath is going down. Just like watching it. Then when you just watch it, the object, what is been considered, cittassa avikkhepo. So the citta doesn't get distracted. Samam cittassa adhiṭṭhānaṁ samam. So whatever resolution you have taken, that I will be watching this breath for 1 hour, half an hour, whatever that you have, adhiṭṭhāna, determination, it will happen. Why? Because this citta is not moving like this. It is stable and it's watching the breath going up and going down, going up and going down. Slow, it slows down. Then it's even more slows down. Then like a paper going up and paper going down, you will see the whole body going up and going down. Every organ is going up and every organ is going down. So you will not find anything which is called to be solid. Because it becomes so light. So, sabbakaya patisamvedi. This problem with this patisamvedi is people take it as sensation. It's not sensation, actually. Samvedana is actually sensation. How it is connected, how the mind, citta, is connected to the kaya, you can see. Who is holding whom? The citta, consciousness. He is holding Patavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayu, Akasha. Those 5 elements are not holding the consciousness. The consciousness is holding them. So when the consciousness departs, 5 elements are there only. They are not going anywhere. Isn't it the fact? So, sabbakaya. What is sabbakaya? Sabbakaya is the entire collection which includes the six senses plus this 32 parts of the body is their entire kaya. That whole thing has samvedana. You don't have samvedana. Due to consciousness, there is samvedana. So it becomes stilled out. Then the next line, passambhayam kaya sankharan asasissameti sikkati. Passambhayan. Passam is to see. Bhayam is actually fear. But when you see, it calms. The motor running is calmed down. So you are just like you are reducing the flame. You have kept the milk in a container and you have low, very low flame. In the very low flame, there is no movement. If you high, there is a lot of jumping around. But if you keep a low flame, there's no movement. Now when there is no movement, then you are able to see what is there. What is there? That this body is now ready for going inside and seeing. Okay. Now you can use whichever sutta you want to contemplate that. So first you did samatha. This is samatha. This much. From so sato va asasati to the passambhayam kaya sankharan asasissameti sikkati, passambhayam kaya sankharan passasissameti sikkati. So we have gone till there. This includes the sabbakaya patisamvedi. That is, the samvedana is also taken into consideration. Okay. Now the body is still. Now what is a Vipassanā topic? Anicca, dukkha, anatta. Or you can bring how the body comes to be. Then you can have the 4 satipatthāna itself. So first satipatthāna would be that ahara samudayo, kaya samudayo. Okay. I don't remember the sutta number, but I can share that, I think so. But it's a very nice, it's a very small 4-liner. But anyway, I'll send it to you. But it doesn't have anything much except for whatever I'm trying to say. So my direct doing is in the in-breath and on the out-breath, how this body has come. I need to keep on watching. Just like the plant watered, so this body is watered through food and water. Not mine. So then what happens? Then it breaks the illusion that rupam Attho samanupassati. Clear? Why? Because the Rupa is made out of food. Sabbe satta aharattika. So every being requires food for sustenance. Now, what is the difference between a plant and what's the difference between any other being? The plant doesn't have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind. They have consciousness, but they don't have senses. In a normal being, it has all the 5 senses plus the 6th sense, which will perceive the input and it will feel the input and have an output out of that feeling. So it knows what is a threat and what is not a threat. It knows dissolution and what is not a dissolution. So all beings have food as their common. So it can be 4 food: kabalinka ahara, phassa ahara, mano sanchetana ahara, vijnana ahara. These are the 4 ahara. Out of that we are taking kabalinka ahara for our meditation. Meditation, Vipasannā. And using that I can do anupassana. So when I do anupassana, then the next lines will come into help. What are the next lines? Is that iti ajjattam va kaye kayanupassi viharati bahidda va kaye kayanupassi viharati ajjatta bahidda va kaye kayanupassi viharati samudaya dhammanupassi va kayasmin viharati vaya dhammanupassi va kayasmin viharati samudaya vaya dhammanupassi va kayasmin viharati atti kayoti va panasasati pachapattita hoti yavad eva ñāṇamattaya patisatimattaya anisito cha viharati nachakinche loke upadiyati evampi kho bhikkhave bhikkhu kaye kayanupassi viharati. Okay, now there are 2 kayas he is talking about: kaye, kaya, anupassana. So the first kaya is this kaya, whatever we have defined. The second kaya is like you're observing like a puppet show of your own thing, movement, everything, whatever is happening. The consciousness is moving things. You are not moving anything. Even though I am called Vilas or I am called so and so name, it is just a convention, but the consciousness is the one which is moving everything. So it's like a puppet show, just doing like this and like that and like this, like that, and the body keeps on moving. And for that functioning, it requires food. As long as you are giving food, either the kabalinka ahara, phassa ahara, mano sanchetana ahara, vijnana ahara, you can so long call it as a being. Now I can do this ajjatta bahidda removal. So when the ajjatta bahidda removal is done, then what happens is rupavantam va attānaṁ, that goes away.
How do we do that? Ajat Bahidda removal?
By observing the dhatu. See, ultimately what is food? You are eating patavi dhatu, apo dhatu, tejo dhatu, vayu dhatu. And then it gets into the stomach, it gets filled up, which is akasha dhatu. You feel filled. Something is there. Slowly it moves out and again the space is gained. So you feel it is empty. The content is empty. Right? So in the space, heat or temperature, in that temperature, air, in that space, air, in the air, temperature or heat, in that liquid, in that Pathavi. So all of these acts on Pathavi and reduces it totally. All of it acts on Apo totally. All of it works on Tejo totally. And that's the digestive fire ends. Then the Vayu will start moving everywhere, that circulation of blood or whatever is happening. And the space is retained back. Ajjatta, same thing Bahidda. Apart from Ajjatta Bahidda, there is another contemplation I need to do. The final contemplation is Samudaya Vyaya. Just like sunrise and sunset. Of the breath of the body, there is Samudaya Vyaya. Samudaya Vyaya. So I can see Samudaya happening and also Vyaya happening. Why? I am forcing myself not to see Vyaya because I fear of death. So I always would like to see Samudaya. So what we say is that we call somebody an infant, then we call somebody, that same infant, as a child, then we call it as a adolescent, then we call it as a teenager, then we call it as a youth, then we call it as a middle age, then we call it as a old age. What it does to the citta is that it makes citta have the impression that it is existing all the time. So bhavatanha gets created. It wants to exist. By doing this,
that is a kind of illusion.
Yes, it is an illusion created in the mind that by calling myself as an infant, now I am a middle-aged person, to say that I existed as a infant and now I am existing as a middle-aged person, so I am in everything. So it is called bhavatanha. Not called, it is bhavatanha only.
So bhavthana, because of
1 second. Hello. Yes. ಹೇಳಿ ಸರ್. ರೆಡಿ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಬಂದೆ, ಒಂದು 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ಬಂದೆ. ಓಕೆ. Yeah, I need to step out in another 10 minutes.
No worries. Shall we continue later?
No. We will finish this and again we'll have a second session after I come back.
Okay, no worries.
No, we'll first finish this. Now we have recorded till what time? We have recorded half an hour. It's good enough. Yeah.
Good enough.
So what I was saying is, for now, our contemplation is that when we see Samudaya and Vyaya, when we put these individual milestones, we are giving it a nicha sanya. We are showing that it is not diminishing. You are there, the body is moving, that's all. And hence becomes bhavatanha.
It becomes bhavtanha because of name being static and form is changing continuously. Is that the reason?
Correct. Name is fixed. Body is moving. So that gives you a false impression that you exist. Okay? That you will break it now. Then you get ñāṇamattaya, patisatimattaya, anisitocha viharati, nacha kincha loke upadiyati, evam that whole thing. After this, it breaks. After it breaks, you get that knowledge. What knowledge you get? This is Kaya. Atthikaya. This is what is called Kaya. What is Kaya now? Now that's a question to you.
Kaya is a combination of 5 elements and 5 processes.
No, you should not do like that. Then you will get thoroughly varied away. First, Kaya is breath.
Okay.
Okay. Then the dhatus. Pathavi dhatu, apo dhatu, vayu dhatu, tejo dhatu, akasha dhatu. Then the food is the one which is making this body. Then after that is the 5 senses. This whole thing is arising and ceasing. This whole thing. And this is called as Kaya. Now, if somebody asks you, what is the wisdom you got out of this Kayanupassana? You'll say, look, I understood what is breath. Okay, so what is breath? If somebody asks, I can say the in breath has amla, that is oxygen. Out breath doesn't have that. If I give this out breath to somebody, it's already utilized. Nobody can have it. And that's exactly what everybody is doing. Every being is doing. Right? Then the second point. I'm observing this whole body. Is Pathavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo is going up and going down continuously. Just like paper with a fan, and it goes up and it goes down, goes up, goes down. Then I have understood it is made out of Pathavi, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Akasha, which comes out of food. Ahara samudayo, Kaya samudayo. Ahara attangamo, Kaya attangamo. So I've understood. Udaya, Vyaya. And because I've understood what is Ajjatta, what is Bahiddha, that there is no Ajjatta Bahiddha, it is Ajjatta Bahiddhava Kaye Kayanupassi Viharati. That is, there is no separation anymore, called as Ajjatta and Bahiddha. It's only a huge mass of Pathavi, huge mass of Apo, huge mass of Vayu, huge mass of Tejo in space, which is Akasa. That is what Kaya. It seems like it is cut into different objects. But if I see with my abhinya, seeing in a different way, it's just the same Pathavi seeing differently. Same Apo seen differently. Same Tejo seen differently. Same Vayu seen differently. Same Akasha seen differently. Why? Because of the citta, it is in avikkhepo. Now that avikkhepo is not there, Samatha has been established, Vipassanā is easy. And now I can do Anupassana and get out of it. And then I see that Atthikayoti va panasa sati pachu pattita hoti yavad eva ñānamattaya patisati mattaya anisito cha viharati nacha kinchi loke upadiyati. Now there is no loka created. Loka is created out of 5 senses. That is not created. Anisito. Nisita means is to hold on to it or do something about it. Take support of it. Anisito is without any support. Why do you take support? If there's individual, you take support. If there's no individual, what support will you take? So with Kayanupassana itself comes Vedananupassana with Chittanupassana, Dhammanupassana together, and hence you become an arhat with Satipatthāna. You don't require any other suttas to go through.
I mean, my common understanding over the past days has been like a couple of suttas are sufficient to get through in terms of understanding.
Yes.
All right, so you want to leave right now?
Yes, I will now leave. If we can't get together again, then we'll meet tomorrow. Otherwise, once I am back, I will message you. If you want to continue, we can continue.
We'll continue probably, if possible, during the evening when you come back, if possible. If not, then tomorrow.
No, it's possible. I need to go and pick up something, and I'm back. Maybe
Okay.
I'm back in another half an hour max.
Okay, so will you be back by 6?
Within that also, I'm back actually.
All right, just drop me a text. Just ping me and we'll connect again.
Okay, all right.
All right, bye.
Bye-bye.